gain of about 1. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 16 for McKendree. Ball at the 34-yard line. And this is where QU's got to continue to not give up the big plays. At half, right before the halftime actually, QU gave up some big runs by the quarterback on just some quick little sneaks. You got to be able to stop that. Fisher drops back for the pass, pump fakes, rush to the outside. Here comes defense, and he throws it away. Good defensive pressure. And there looks like there's a player hurt on the field. Cannot see who that player is at the moment. It's always a bad thing when somebody goes down. You just hope that they're able to get up out of their own power. This gives time to again remind you this is QUTV's cover of Rivalry Week. QU Quincy Hawks are versing the McKendree University Bearcats. And it looked like the player down was number 13, Pat Doty. He's up now walking under his own power off the field. And that's always a good sign. You always want every player to be able to get up, walk off on their own power. No bad injuries. All right, it's 4th down. Again at the 34-yard line. McKendree's lined up to kick. And Walker is back to return for the Quincy Hawks. Almost blocked punt. Walker's waving it off, and then he grabs it. And we got to see what the call is. Now we'll see what the play is. The call is, I cannot tell you what the call is right now. Looked like they were going to call an illegal fair catch, but the difference is a fair catch is over the head, and he was waving below his body. So we'll see. Obviously, there was just a miscommunication there. Looks like it's starting to rain. Lonergan drops back, hands the ball off to Walker, who gets a decent gainage. Looks like a gain of 5 yards. A gain of 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Good power run up the middle. Now, I do not know if Leon is hurt right now. He's not in. Walker's in again. Lonergan turns around, hands the ball off. Decent run again. Looks to be a gain of about 4. Or a gain of 3. 75 for the Hawks is be shaken. Jonathan Player walking slowly off the field. And 72 comes in. It's Luke Simmons. He's a senior from Carmi, Illinois. Now, Lonergan looked to make a lot of improvements in the right direction that first half. Let's see if he can continue to do those in the second half. It's 3rd and short, handoff to Walker. Tries to power it up the middle. He's got to look to cut it off to the sides. Ran right into the pile. He's got to try to find a little hole to seam through and get through. It's a missed opportunity for the Hawks, adding another third down not completed for the QU Hawks. The Hawks, high snap, punted away, almost blocked by number 90. Takes one bounce, guy grabs it, takes a step up, wrapped up right away by Jeffrey Davern, cornerback junior from Paoki, Florida. Good punt coverage by the Flyers on the punt team. You always want to wrap up right away. Again, like I said earlier, you want to break down, wrap your arms up, and just take them down. Do not give them opportunities to shake to the side. And here comes the McKendree offense out on the field. Now, Coach Pagic talked highly about the offense, special teams, and defense coming together. Right now, they seem to be showing a complete game. A run out to the side, a toss. 37 gets stuffed right away. Good stuff by the QU defense. And that's what you want. You want gang tackles. Player to stand them up, the rest of the team to come up and help push it over. Seems to be a different sign of life with this defense this game. Last week they were beaten pretty badly. The week before they were up a little bit. Handoff to number 6. Decent gain. Looks to be a gain of about 3 yards. Looks like it's going to be a 3rd and short of 3 for McKendree to complete. Defense has got to step it up here. Do not let McKendree convert on this 3rd down, as McKendree was 1 of 3 in the first quarter, or first quarter, my bad. And 5 of 10 overall in the half. And a good stuff by the QU defense. It's a great stop by the QU defense. Now keep in mind, with the rain coming in, it's going to be harder for the teams to hold on to the ball. It's going to be a little harder to pass it and catch it. So it's going to be a lot about ball protection this second half, especially if the rain continues to pick up. Right now it's about at a sprinkle. But if it continues to pick up, ball security is going to be a big importance in this second half. And that has been a big problem with QU this year. They've been turning over the ball quite often and not able to get turnovers themselves. Lonergan drops back for the pass. Quick pass to Justin Dickens. Caught. Gain of about 5 yards. Great little quick pitch and catch. It's going to be 2nd and 5 for the QU Hawks. Now keep in mind, Justin Dickens was 2nd team all-conference freshman year. And he's a big importance to this QU offense. Got to keep him. Leon Spears broken up right away in the backfield. No offensive line protection there. 3 men in the backfield as the ball was getting handed off. That's something that the offensive line's really got to pick up, whether it's a cut block or double teaming somebody. But we got to get pressure over there and push those defensive linemen back to open up running lanes for the offense. All right, it's going to be 3rd and 6 for the QU Hawks, lined up in a shotgun formation. Lonergan rolls out to the right and thrown wide out. 2 guys are down in the backfield. for McKendree. Cannot tell you who it is right now at this moment. And that is a play. Very good coverage by the McKendree defensive cornerbacks. They had all the wide receivers blocked completely. No room for a throw. Smart decision by Lonergan to just throw it out. Just you got to get it out a little bit farther. It looked like it might have been an opportunity for either Justin Dickens or the defensive back to reach out and catch that. Remember, this is QUTV's coverage of Rivalry Week. Quincy University versus McKendree University. Hawks versus the Bearcats. Score is 17-7. Third quarter. 6:45 left in the third quarter. And the wind is really starting to pick up. Rain is still at about a sprinkle. Not too much harder. And number 94 for McKendree, Sherrod Stansel, got up. Excuse me, Sherrod Stansel got up, walking off the field, actually jogging now. That's always a good thing. And QU lines up to punt it off. We'll see if the punt team can cover just as well as they did last time. And the punt is off. Almost blocked by number 18. Good punt. Good punt. Breaks one tackle. Gets to the edge. Breaks another tackle. Still on his feet. There's a penalty. He finally gets tackled at about the 49-yard line. We'll have to see what the penalty is to see if it'll stay there or go back. QU defense and special teams really got to start wrapping up. There's a lot of missed tackles, a lot of broken tackles by McKendree. And that's just discipline and wrapping up. And there's a personal foul against number 55, Juan Cibrian, on QU. It's a 15-yard penalty at the end of the run. It's really going to hurt the QU Hawks. Ball gets moved up to the 34-yard line. That's going to be a really big killer. Defense really has to step it up as this is a big-time short field. Defense has done it before this game, though. Hopefully they can do it again. McKendree's offense has been in wraps pretty much the entire game, except for the little bit in that second quarter. It's a run up the middle. The number 6. It's a gain of about 5. QU defense really has to step it up here. With a short field like this, your back's against the wall, especially with only a 10-point lead. You want to try to keep that cushion as big as you can. Like Coach said in the interview, great teams get 7 points, good teams get 3. Let's make sure it's good. And there's another penalty on the field. See what happens here. We'll have to see what looks like. The penalty is going to be on the Hawks. As McKendree seems to be celebrating a little bit. Anyway, here's the ref with the call. Another 15-yard penalty against the QU Hawks. They're just shooting themselves in the foot right now. They only had 3 penalties the entire first half. already starting off with 2 big ones in this second half. The ball is now inside the 15-yard line at the 13-yard line. McKendree's got a big opportunity to score. Here's a run to number 6, off to the edge. Pretty big-sized gain. Looks like a gain of 6. Actually, a gain of 7. Gonna be 2 and 2nd and 3rd. 2nd and 3, excuse me. Hawks really need to stop right here. Defensive pressure's got to get through the line. And there's a false start. That's always helpful in this kind of situation. Move them back. Only bad thing about this is now it gives McKendree more field position to work with. It gives McKendree more field position to work with, able to open up the passing game if need be. Looks to be about a 2nd and 9 now. 2nd and 8. A run up the middle. And that was a big run by number 27, Ryan Herring. Making it 1st and goal now for the McKendree Bearcats. Q's really got to step it up here. They're inside the 5-yard line now in their goal line offense. Big stuff, but was not stuffing the right guy. Number 6 gets in for a score. Cameron James making the score right now, 13-17. Q's defense really let themselves down, shot themselves in the foot there. Starting off with the personal foul penalty on the punt return, and then the 15-yard personal foul face mask. That's 30 yards gained in just penalties. It's really going to kill a team on a drive like that. The punt after is blocked. And the punt after is blocked. That was a great penetration from the field goal block team, keeping the score at 17-13. Keeping that cushion as big as you can make it. Now there's a positive thing that could actually change the morale of the game. Even though they gave up those big penalties, gave up a lot of yards without a play being done, to block the point after can really change how your view of the drive went. We just hope that that spills over to the offense. Now the offense started off slow this half compared to the first half, but we hope that Lonergan, Spears, and the rest of the offense will get it back on track and able to push the ball down the field and let's score. McKendree lines up for the kickoff. We got Walker and Dickens back to return. And Dickens is going to return it at the 17. Cuts it up to the right. Good break. Good break. Cuts it up to the 50-yard line. Tackled at the 48-yard line. Great return by Justin Dickens. Good view, good vision, good blocking. Can never forget the blocking when it comes to that. Now it looks like Jared Sargent, after being injured at the end of the first half, is back out on the field. We'll see if he can make some impacts again on the offense. Dickens lined up wide on your screen. Sargent short. Lonergan fakes a handoff, rolls out. Sargent's open, passes it to 83. A good catch by Barry Williamson. Looks to be a gain of about 4. Nick Lonergan missed a wide opportunity. Sargent was open deep. But again, freshman quarterback, go with the smart play. Don't want to take too many chances. Lonergan turns around, hands the ball off to Shelby, cuts it, gets a wide break, and it's tripped up at the 33-yard line. Great run by Shelby. Good vision to cut it upfield and to the right off of his blocker. If he had tried to cut it left, there was two men just waiting for him to go through, but he was able to cut it right. Always good to see vision like that out of a young running back. Lonergan turns around, hands it off to Shelby again, and another wide open break. Great run, back-to-back plays by Ladarian Shelby. Tackled at the 20-yard line. The first red zone opportunity for the Hawks this half. And there's a timeout from McKendree. The line really blocked well on those last 2 plays. Really opening the holes for Shelby to be able to just run straight up and get a big gain, helping move the QU offense. And that's what I talked about earlier with the block at the field goal. The last drive may have been bad. It may have been penalty-driven. But when you get that block at the end, you get to change the morale of the team, and you can really boost it in your favor, even though the drive went bad. And as we're seeing in this, it must have boosted the QU offense into knowing that they have a 4-point lead. So now that they're going to be able to try and extend that out even more. And it seems like the sun is starting to come out a little bit today. Rain looks to have stopped for the moment, and wind has died down just a tad bit. QU Hawks look to continue this drive. There's 3:03 left in the third quarter. Hawks still up 17-13. It's a nice day here at Flynn Stadium. We'll see what the QU offense can continue to do. Sometimes those timeouts can be a motivation killer. Your momentum gets dropped down. A pass. Look. Good pass by Lonergan. Jared Sargent's got to look a little earlier. You always want that. You want a quarterback to be able to deliver the ball to the spot where the receiver's going to be without even the receiver looking already. But you need that receiver to know when to look. He's got to have that time in his head in order to know the ball is going to be here at this time. I need to look now. Lonergan turns around, hands off to Shelby. Does a good quick move. Still moving. Gets a decent gain, about 5 yards. Great run. Almost stopped in the backfield, but great move. The lateral movement will really help you as a running back. If you have that, you can get some big gains even when you're stopped in the backfield. Quick no huddle. Run off the edge. Ladarian slips a little bit. Breaks it free. Can he get on? Can he get in? Touchdown, Hawks! Great run by Ladarian. Even after stumbling, was able to keep his balance. Great outside block. A great way to drive off and cap that drive with a touchdown. Now we'll see if we can get that other point, because as you saw earlier, these extra points are not guaranteed. You must make them. Bad snap, but kick is up, and it is good. Hawks are now leading 24-13. 2:26 left in the third quarter. Remember, this is rivalry week. Quincy University Hawks versus the McKendree Bearcats. Bearcats were coming in with a back-to-back wins. Quincy University looking to get their first win of the season, their first win with the first-year head coach, Tom Pagic. We got to get the team to continue to push hard and play hard. Now, Lonergan has not had a lot of opportunities to make a lot of plays himself, but I will say this, he is making a lot of smart choices when he's had those opportunities. His completion percentage in this game may not be where they want it to, but when he needs to throw it away, he's throwing it away. When he needs to tuck it and run, he's tucking it and running. And the kickoff is off, and it looks to be a little squib. Two players fell into each other, one fell down, so that is a down. Remember in college, when you fall down, ball is dead. So, no return for the McKendree Bearcats. Ball's going to be at the 31-yard line. Move the ball back a little farther. It's actually going to be the 28-yard line. All right, let's see if the Hawks can do something. Fullback run. Good lead push. Looks like to be a gain of 3. There's an injury timeout. Someone's injured on the play again for McKendree. Looks to be number 57, who is Ricardo Lopez. Seems to be a lot of injuries right now. Could be because of the field conditions. It did rain a lot last night, going to make the field slippery as the sun was not out to dry up the field. Hopefully nothing serious. Looks like he's having trouble walking on his leg. Seems to be able to put a little bit of pressure on there, so hopefully it's not too serious of an injury, and he'll be able to play next week. The Hawk defense is lined up, ready to try to prove themselves after last drive. Fisher flips it out to James, breaks some tackles, and there's my point again. You must wrap up. There's a lot of players flying at him, but not anyone trying to break it down and get to him. Defense does not seem to be having the success they did in the first half. Could be credit to the McKendree offense to make some changes. Fisher lines up, drops back for a pass. Gets hit as he's thrown, overthrows number 25, Jerrell Taylor. Quincy University gave some good pressure on the quarterback there. Just got to get there a second earlier to get that next sack and help out the QU cause. lining up too wide down to the bottom. Turn around fullback run, and he's wide open. TJ Jordan trying to chase him down. Can he get there? And no, he cannot. Touchdown by Drew Taylor. Big time run right up the middle. Bad fill by the QU defense. You cannot let big plays like that happen right up the middle. Safety seemed to be caught out of position. No over the safety help to fill that. It's not a good drive for the Hawks again, giving up back-to-back touchdowns now. Had potential, looked like they were stopped. They're going for 2. Looks like they're gonna little pass and an interception. Interception. Oh, and he's tackled the 15. Well, that negates the 2-point conversion. The score is now 24-19 with 1:15 left in the third period. Hopefully the QU offense can now drive down the field just like they did last drive. Score another touchdown. Look for a big return from Walker or Dickens. Dickens had a big return, bringing it to the 48-yard line last time. We will see what can happen here. But defense really needs to turn it around. Their first half, they were doing very well, and now back-to-back drives down the field of touchdowns. The first one, penalty-driven. Last one was just a bad play. Big plays are going to kill you if you continue to give them up. We had been stopping them all day, and then there was the big one right there. McKendree now kicks the ball off. A deep kick, and it goes to Dickens. He turns up the field. Number 44 is chasing him, and he's got, gets tripped up at the 31-yard line, 32-yard line. Looks like they might give a generous spot of the 33, actually. Yep, there's a 33-yard line, generous spot. Had that one defender to break, and there was wide open field in front of him. Lonergan is under center. Turns around, hands the ball off to Ladarian. Looks to get a gain of about 4. Looks to be spotted at about the 37-yard line. Sargent and Dickens lined up to the top of your screen. Lonergan turns around, tucks it. That was close to being a penalty. You must watch it when you're around the sidelines. Could always get a late hit. Team got a little lucky there, but ref didn't see it as necessary. Lonergan back, 3rd and 7. The Hawks. 13 seconds left to play. Drops back for a pass. Big rush. Dickens up with the catch. Oh, and he dropped it. Had the ball, came down, but could not keep possession of it. Nice attempt. Good pass by Lonergan. Right over the defender, right where Dickens could actually make a play on it, but was not able to come down with it. And those are the passes you're hoping to get from your young quarterback. See if he can make those touch passes right over the defender. That's really where you'll know if your quarterback is developing the good direction. Punt off. Returned at the 29-yard line. He's got a big return, and there's a penalty on the field. And he's going to return it all the way to the touchdown. But there's a penalty on the field. And it's way back at the 38-yard line, 39-yard line. I think this could be coming back. We will see as the ref is about to make his call. And here he goes. And there was a holding penalty on Alec Gerdes, number 44 for McKendree University, negating the touchdown 10 yards from the spot of the foul. That's a big killer for McKendree, but a big booster for QU. A reminder, that's the end of the third quarter, and this is rivalry week. Quincy University taking on McKendree University. QU is up 24-19. After back-to-back big plays, big scoring drives by McKendree, QU is still with the lead. Remember, this is QU Sports. And McKendree is taking the field now to start the fourth quarter. Ball at the 29-yard line. They got 3 running backs, 1 wide receiver lined off. Hand off to number 17. Power up the middle. This will be a gain of about 3. Now, I talked earlier in the game about how big plays can kill you. And we've been getting lucky not giving up those big plays. And then the last 2 defensive drives, we gave up some pretty big plays. It looks like that was finishing the fourth quarter. Score is 24-19. Field will be switched. But as I was saying, the big plays will kill you. In the last 2 drives, defense gave up a lot of big plays to really let McKendree get back into this game. And then we had opportunities to get some big plays, but miscommunication on a pass, miscommunication on blocking assignments, and then a dropped pass that really could have continued the drive has hurt the QU offense. But QU still has the lead with 24-19. McKendree is lining up. Takes hands off up the middle. Stuffed right away. Only a gain of 2. Some stats from the third quarter. Jerul Taylor is now the leading rusher for McKendree with that 60-yard run for a touchdown. QU is now 2 of 10 on third down conversions. McKendree 6 of 13. Time of possession, again, it's getting even bigger. McKendree is almost at 25 minutes. QU only at 20. And penalties, now 5 penalties for 64 yards. There was 3 penalties for 30 yards in the first half. Now 2 penalties for 34 yards by the Hawks. Hawks really need to step it up. rushing yards definitely jumped between the half and the third quarter. At halftime, the rushing yards were at 94 given up. McKendree is now at 212 rushing yards. Not good. Lonergan is below 50% passing. Again, though, he has not had a lot of opportunities, making some smart choices with the opportunities he's getting. Last quarter, the highlights were Cameron James for McKendree with a 4-yard run for a touchdown, and the point after was blocked. Ladarian running it in, 15-yard run. And then Drew Taylor for McKendree, a 60-yard run for a touchdown. But the 2-point conversion was intercepted, stopping it, keeping the score at 24-19. McKendree comes out, lined up on the field. See if the defense can make a stop on the third down. Come up. Quarterback opens up, firing deep, but overshoots his target. Really good to see that happen. As I said, QU's been giving up 6 of 13. It's now 6 of 14. You want to keep that third down percentage completion down. Less time for your defense to be on the field and let them rest. More time to wear down their defense. They'll line up for the kick. Walker is back to return. Big punt. Caught at about the 22. Taken out. Looks to be about the 25-yard line. Now we started to see a decent drive last drive for the QU Hawks offense, and then a big play dropped by Dickens. We hope that we can get some plays like that to go our way this time. Sargent and Dickens are lined up at the top of your screen. Lonergan under center. Turns around, hands it off to Ladarian Shelby. A good fill by the McKendree defender. Stopped the ball at a gain of 1. And those are the fills that I was talking about all game. You must come through and get those fills down. Stop the play before they're able to get field position to run. Now the QU offense, through 3 quarters, has only gained 207 yards. That's 135 by the ground. It's a good improvement. Lonergan pass, little flip shovel pass to Ladarian, tackled for a loss. Looks to be a loss of 3-4 on the play. We gotta be careful with those kind of plays. You don't want to give a play up like that and actually fumble the ball. Freshman mistakes. Shovel pass, right open, wide open space. Great smart play. Number 26 on there, Jamal Wilburn. Great shovel pass, wide open space. The McKendree defense was caught off guard by that. No linebackers in the area. Big time gain. You want to keep getting plays like that, drive down the field and put another touchdown and increase this lead again. Lonergan turns around, hands the ball off to Shelby. Likes to get a gain of about 2 on the play. You know, I'd like to see the QU offense go with some stretches or some tosses to the edge. Let these Quincy running backs, who have a lot of speed, get out to the edge and make some plays. There's a lot of plays up the middle. Try to see if they can get to the edge and do something with it. Lonergan turns around, and actually here's a stretch right here to Leon Spears, who cuts it over to the edge. Here's the first down, and he stepped out of bounds at the 32-yard line. And that's what I mean. Really, these running backs have a lot of speed on this QU team. We need to get them to the edges so that they can break the play open. And there was a big run by Leon Spears, who hasn't had much of an impact since the first quarter. But there's an impact right there, and when you really need it. There's 11 minutes and 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. First down on the 32-yard line. Lonergan turns around, fakes a handoff. Running back. Oh, almost shakes the sack. Number 95 in there, Brett Pierman, comes in for the sack. There was no outside block. He came unblocked right at Lonergan, almost broke it, but was able to get tackled by the ankle. Now it's going to be 2nd and 15 for the Hawks. Turn around, handoff to the edge, and then there's the cut up. Ooh, he gets nailed. One guy's a little slow to get up. There he is. Pops right back up. Decent run of gain of 4. But those stretch plays, those toss plays are really going to help open up this running game. You keep running up the middle, it's going to just put the package in there. All right, and Lonergan jacks for the pass. Thrown short to Dickens. Completes 4th down. But as I was saying, if you continue to run up the middle, the defense is going to pack the middle, pack the box as it's called, and you're not going to be able to get a lot of runs in the middle, any big gains. So you need to stretch it out by either small screens to the edge, more stretches, more tosses, just to open up that defense and keep them on their feet. Lined up in a trips. Lonergan drops back for the pass, steps up in the pocket. A nice pass right to Dickens for a touchdown. Great step up in the pocket by Lonergan. Great reception by Justin Dickens. That was a good job. A big time pass, big time throw, and again a big time catch. And that's why you do not let the receiver get the outside shoulder. And the point after is up. And it is good. It is now 31-19. Quincy University over McKendree Bearcats. 9:44 left in the fourth quarter. The QU's offense is really seeming to step it up. But now is the time that the defense has to step it up. Back-to-back big time plays on the defensive side have just hurt the Quincy University's chances of winning. It's 31-19. All we need is a couple of stops and continue to keep the game in our hands. Quincy University is starting to line up the ball. You know, I just want to go back to how that pass was made. Lonergan had a man coming right at his face, steps up in the pocket to evade the defender, and then uses his touch pass to Justin Dickens. A great young play for a great young quarterback. Return by McKendree at the 22. Keep running sideways. Now he cuts it back upfield. Gets tackled at about the 34-yard line. Now let's see if the defense can really make those changes and help the cause of the QU offense. We've seen a pretty good game from the offense, a pretty good game from the special teams, and a really good game in the first half by the defense. The second half has not been too friendly for them. Toss out to number 5. Fumble on the play, and Quincy University returns it. A recovery for Quincy University on the fumble. Number 37, Phil Lawless on the recovery. Great cause. I talked about making a big play on defense to help the offensive cause, and there's the big play that you want. QU's offense takes the ball over at the 43-yard line. Hands the ball off to Shelby with a big run up the middle. Gain of about 6. It's going to be 2nd and 4 for the offense. It's good to see that the offense continues to move the ball. Not really been stopped too much this second half. Really seeing the team develop. Offense made some necessary changes, because the first half was not too friendly to them. Hand off to Shelby. A little lateral movement. Moves up the field. Gets about a gain of 2. It's going to be 3rd and 2 at the 35-yard line. And this is where QU really has to step it up. Their 3rd down conversion this entire game has been really low. And this is a short 3rd down conversion. You must get these. And there's a 1st down. A gain of 5. I really like the consistency to stick to the running game. Remember, I said at the top of the show that McKendree is ranked 1st in the conference in rush defense. And QU is just continuing to move the ball on the ground. Run up the middle. Stopped real short. Looks to be a gain of about 2. This is the time where you really need to start using those stretch plays. Starting to run the ball too consistently up the middle. Defense is starting to pack the box. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defenders in the box. It's going to be hard to move the ball through there. Here's a stretch that was cut back up the field. Gain of 1. It's 3rd down at the 27-yard line. I like the coach really starting to throw in some more different plays. We saw earlier in the game, it was very conservative, a lot of runs, if they were passes, they were small check downs. Really starting to open up the offense a little bit more. More tosses, more stretches, deeper passes. Lonergan drops back for the pass. And Leon Spears, he's got to cut it out more. Gets tackled right about at the line of scrimmage. That's a smart check down throw to the running back, but the running back's got to continue with the pass pattern. Either continue to cut outside or just run straight up the field. He tried to cut it back, was able to give the defense time to recover as the defense is in the center of the field moving down to him. Lonergan in shotgun formation. Gets it. And Dickens catches it. Was he in bounds? Yes, he was. Looks like it's going to be a close first down. We'll have to see if they're going to stop the clock. They're going to stop the clock and check the chains. Going to measure to see it. Remember, that was 4th down. If they do not get this first down, ball is turned over to McKendree. If they do get the first down, continues the drive at the 20-yard line. We'll see what the measurement is. And it's a first down, QU Hawks. With 5:29 left in the 4th quarter, the Hawks can put another score on the board. It's going to be pretty hard to overcome big deficit like this. Again, QU has been really moving the ball consistently this game. Sargent and Dixon's lined up to the top of your screen. Stretch play is tripped up early in the run. Looks to be a gain of about 2. And Leon comes off the field. Shelby coming to replace him. Now, I'm not quite sure what the time of possession is now, but I really feel like this is the importance of time of possession that I talked about. You continue to leave this McKendree defense out on the field. It really tires them out. And then there's a break off to the side. Shelby dives in. And it's a touchdown. Great dive stretch. Great diving stretch for Ladarian Shelby to stretch for that pylon and get the ball inside there. Good cut vision to cut outside of the line. It looked like the play was developed for him to cut back upfield, but he actually cut outside and was able to get around the edge where the corner dove in, cheating for the cut up. Field goal is up, and it is good. It is now 38-19, QU Hawks with 4:23 left in the 4th quarter. A 19-point deficit is going to be hard to overcome in 4 minutes, but you can never say never. The QU offense is just really looking well-oiled in this second half. The first half, it was up and down. There were some big plays. There were some small plays. There was bad plays. But with this offense in the second half, something's changed. They really are moving the ball consistently, really starting to take opportunities down the field. Like I had talked about, they really needed to start doing some stretches and tosses to open up that defense. And as you see, the stretches are working because the defense is so focused on the up-the-middle runs that the corner edges are open to just run around with this offensive speed. QU offense comes and kicks off, and there's a squib kick. Picked up at the 30-yard line. It's tackled at the 43-yard line. And again, that's one of the things that happens when you're doing squib kicks. Is you're going to give up a lot of field position, but the one important thing is you don't give a lot of running opportunities for big plays. McKendree comes out with a 19-point deficit, looking to try to move the ball. QU's looking to continue this dominance. A toss out the edge. Good front side tackle from another 34, Joe Dankert. Good pursuit by Dankert. Todd Jordan out there calling some plays for the QU defense. Remember, he's our defensive spotlight player of the game. A fumbled snap. Looks like McKendree recovered it. Defense really needs to be aware of those fumbled snaps. Those are easy opportunities to get some turnovers. And those are also going to happen with a young quarterback under center. He's going to muff some of those snaps, but you have to take those mistakes when using them. Miscalculation on the handoff. Sacked right at the line. Running back ran into the quarterback as he was handing off the ball. Good way to be well aware on the defensive side. Good pursuit. This defensive line has really been giving a lot of pressure for the passing game. The rushing game, they haven't been doing too well filling their gaps, and there's another penalty on the field. Looks to be a false start against McKendree. We'll see what the ref has to say. Here's his call. And there's a false start on the offense. So now it's 4th and 10 on the 43-yard line with 2:28 left in the game. Barring some miracle, looks like QU will advance to 1-6 on the season, 1-3 in conference. A toss out to the edge. Good pursuit. Good stop. Minimum gain of 1. The defense really pursued well on that play, stopping the running back from getting any open field to run. And QU takes over on offense. Lonergan hands the ball off to number 15, Dante Flowers, a freshman from St. Louis. This is the time when you get some of your reserves in to get some on-the-field experience. Just hope that they do not make many mistakes. Number 87 comes in. That is John Holliser. Lonigan turns around, hands the ball off to Flowers again. Gain of about 2 on the play. It's going to be about a 3rd and 4 for the QU Hawks with 1:40 left in the game. Well, QU is going to get their first win of the season. It's better late than never. Going to be going to 1-6 on the season, 1-3 in conference. McKendree will end their 2-game win streak. Rush up the middle by Jamal Wilburn. Gets tackled just short of the first down. As I said, McKendree University will end their 2-game win streak, turning to 2-5 on the season, 2-3 in conference. A well-played game overall for QU. Some mishaps on defense in the second half, but nothing that was able to turn away the winning opportunities for QU Hawks. Lonergan turns around, hands the ball off, and just gets smothered in the backfield. Remember, directing this game was Joshua Hale, John Dvorak. Our camera operators was Maddie Caton, and then myself, Jeremy Culver, announcing the game. We all here on behalf of QU like to thank you again for joining us on QUTV's Rivalry Week. Quincy University Hawks versus the McKendree University Bearcats. There's 30.8 seconds left as McKendree comes out the field. Try to do something positive to end the game upon. Drops back for the pass. Steps up in the pocket. Gets hit as he releases. Overshots his wide receiver. The defense had some good pressure. McKendree had some really good success running the game, but when you're down by 19, you have to start to air it out. McKendree is ranked 6th in the conference in passing. They were hoping to improve upon that today. Looks like they're not. They're going to hand the ball off. Clock looks going to continue to run. Might be the end of the game. McKendree is out on the field. Looks like they might take one more snap. 4 seconds left. 3. They take one more snap, hand it off, and that's your game, folks. Quincy University getting their first win of the season. First win for Coach Pagic of the season and his career at Quincy University. 38-19. Hawks get that win. Good thing to see. Again, the score 38, Quincy University, 19, McKendree. Coach Pagic's first win of the season. Again, Hawks moved to 1-6 on the season, 1-3 in conference. McKendree moves to 2-5 on the season, 2-3 in conference. We want to thank you again for joining us for QUTV's Rivalry Week. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed the action. And again, hope you continue to look for us as we continue to bring you the news here at Quincy University by the students, for the students. Thank you again and have a good night.
Thank you for watching this special presentation by QUTV. By the students, for the students.